Hi, how are you? Let's let more people come into the room, okay? Okay. Hello, Calandria. How are you? Hope you had a good night. You know what I need to do? I need to upload one thing. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Ba, da, 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 da. La, 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 la. We'll get started at the 5-minute mark. I'm trying to download something and the wheel is spinning. Oh no. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Wow. I was asking on the last live how long it took you to build your following. Oh, the whole time. The whole time from when I started my YouTube channel. I went back to look at some of my videos and I was like, oh, my comedy videos, I thought they were hitting. And I look and I'm like, oh, they've only barely broke 1,000 views. It's I I don't know when it happened, but I think what happened is I had one of my followers put my video on Reddit. One of my like edited 90 Day Fiance before the 90 Day videos, she put it on Reddit, and that's what brought all the girls to the yard. And so when I switched over to doing lives, I got less views for sure, because people want to see those edited videos. They can, it's quick, concise, things like that. But the whole time I've been on YouTube, I think, like even now, I think I have like 35K followers, but there's only 1,000 of you guys who watch my videos. Thank you so much. So while people are subscribed to me, they're not necessarily watching me. But the whole 10 years, the whole 10 years of YouTube, it took. I think I probably gained the most. I think my apex was probably in 2018. And then it's kind of it was stable, and then the pandemic hit and it went, "Phew." Thank you. I think there is a niche for people who like lives for sure, but I think the mass majority of people would prefer to get it's easier to share, number one. And I think people who don't know me would rather see it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I only love lives of people who I like. Right? If Kev on Stage and Angel were to go live, I'm in. I'll listen to them dribble and talk about whatever and make bar and because I really enjoy them. But you don't have to enjoy someone to watch their edited video. You have to enjoy somebody to watch them live. Which is why I put in the comments section what time the recap starts, and when I'm doing the recap, I try to just go through it, and I'll check in with you guys to see if something else interesting pops up, but because I'm trying to get both audiences. Yeah, I think it's fun too, if I really like him. If there's somebody that I'm like, take it or leave it, then I'm like, ugh. Like, even when I watch lives on YouTube, on TikTok, I'm like, all I want to do is fast forward to the parts that I want to see. Because sometimes people's conversation be boring, at least for me. I'm like, ugh, what are you talking about? Move on. Ugh. Okay. The Merrifields. The Williamsons. The Johnsons. The Davises. Let me see if the video. Ooh, 40 people in the room. Oh, here, the video's live. Okay, great. I was waiting for the video to upload. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Where's my melanated? Melanated! Welcome to my recap of Seeking Sister Wife. My name is Wah, and I do recaps of relationship reality TV shows such as Seeking Sister Wife, Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, 90 Day Fiancé, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, eventually, Love is Blind. So if you are all interested in that content, please go ahead and join me here on my channel. Subscribe. And if while watching you get the hee hee ha-has and you want to give your girl a tip, please utilize the options down below. Always appreciated, never necessary. I was like, why can't I hear the city sounds? And it's because I have my sliding glass door open so that my cat can venture outside and be the sneaky panther he wishes to be. He loves being outside at night, and I think it's because no one can see him because he's black. So that being said, guys, I'm a drag queen. I have a drag show. If you're in the Twin Cities on Sunday, please come and check me out. It's at Lush, Minneapolis, and it's at 6:30. You can follow me on Instagram at Just Call Me Wah or Black Renaissance, BLKRENESAUNCE. All right, let's jump right into this. Let me cue up my pictures. Let's talk about the Merrifields. What a great picture of Danielle, huh? What a great picture. Wait, here's the good one. This is the good. The Merrifields. Hello. Okay, so we start off this episode where we left off last time, except for something very strange happens. Okay, Lorena and Grerick come out of the courthouse, and I guess Danielle has been out there for like 45 minutes. And she's been lamenting to the cameras how her body is physically repelling this action, but her mind's telling her yes. I can't believe I made a reference to that demon, but I did. Okay, so she's like, the Lord is telling me yes, but everything else that's real and tangible in my life is saying no. But I'm just gonna go with the Lord. I'll go there. And she finally they come out. She's happy for them, and then this interesting character walks up to them, and I was like, "Is this a hired actor? What exactly is going on here?" And of course, they have that awkward moment where they have to then explain that these are Garrick's two wives. And whenever you do it with like a man by himself, he's always like, "Oh yeah, ha 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 ha." Like there's always this idea of like, "Oh, your sexual prowess must be just off the roof. Then you've got 2 wives, you got 2 women to have coitus with. Oh my God, you're so. And meanwhile, I'm like, having 2 wives, the people that you actually love and care about and want to take care of, is a big responsibility. And so to reduce it down just to sex and like 2 men high-fiving each other is just so peculiar to me. Anywho, so the man's like, let me take a picture of you and to commemorate this special moment. And so they do. And then they go have a celebratory dinner. And, you know, Danielle's trying to pretend that she's so happy about this. And I think the only saving grace for Danielle is that she knows that Lorena will soon be in her place. Lorena will soon feel the stress and neglect of searching for a sister wife. And so she's like, I just don't know how she's going to react to that. And we're still seeking. And I think to myself, why must you seek so quickly? Like, what's the rush for the 3rd wife? To like hurry up and get this like baby making situation of going? It's very peculiar to me when people behave this way. So we move on, and we've got Danielle now in the next scene with her sister-in-law, Samantha. And Samantha's told the camera already that they've like pulled Danielle aside to ask her if she's okay. And she says, yes, it's what the Lord wants. And they're just like, girl, blink if you are okay. And she's like, it's what the Lord wants. And so they're like, okay, we're here to support it. And so the sister-in-law and her are talking, and they're talking about the 3rd. And how, you know, Lorena they don't know how she's going to react. And it's a lot going on. And we're just like, I see Danielle being just so happy about the fact that they're bringing in a 3rd, so that, you know, she's like, it's so much different on the other side when someone new comes into the situation. Because, you know, while me and Garrick are strong and we have a foundation, you know, I just, you know, I know how hard it is to share him with someone. And I'm just like, I want to know the doctrine behind this idea of like wanting this giant family and then wanting it immediately. So I guess they're just going to get another, you know, 20-something-year-old to like be his broodmare so that he can just have, I guess, as many kids as he can afford or something. But anyways, let's watch this video. We've got a surprise.
We have some really big news. A new addition to the family, baby Sarah. Oh my gosh.
You say, oh? Baby Sarah is such a blessing to the family. She is very similar to Lorena. I can already tell she has a gift of laughter and brings joy to the family.
Ela dorme super bem, graças a Deus. E ela ama toda a família. Qualquer pessoa que ela vê, ela fica super feliz. E graças a Deus, ela vem crescendo muito bem a cada dia.
Well, I think we're all feeling, you know, very happy, very thankful for baby Sarah. A little tired, pregnancy and the journey of that has its ups and downs, emotionally, you know, physically, everything. We're all excited as a family. It's, you know, family's growing with babies, and, you know, looking forward to more wives and more babies. Lorena, another baby.
Thank you so much to everybody out there watching our journey on TLC's Seeking Sister Wife. We are so grateful. God bless you all.
Does Lorena not speak English still? I mean, I don't know how fast she got pregnant, but which I imagine is very quickly. But maybe she's just not comfortable. So that was the first thing that popped into my mind. And then also they're like, baby Sarah's so happy. And I was like, Sarah, are you picking biblical names? Is the next child going to be Ruth? But then they didn't. Layla, is Layla a biblical name? Like Sarah. Nothing's wrong with the name Sarah. It's just most people don't name their children like Sarah and Jessica and like those names anymore. There's something. I feel like Sarahs are my generation. You know what I mean? Just the same way like Cheryls are like Gen Zs, you know? And Linda is a Gen Z. It could be like a boomer. You know what I mean? You know, Barbara is a boomer. but Sarah is a different type of name, so that's why I was thinking maybe it was biblical. I was thinking that Sarah May, is that her name? And then she's like, oh, Sarah loves the family and she's very happy. And I'm like, what do you mean loves the family? You mean loves her family? The way that she phrased it, I don't know, I was picking apart everything. And I was like, girl, Lorena, blink if you are okay. She's like, we're looking forward to having more babies. Sometimes when like folks talk about pregnancy, because so many women have given birth, and I think women themselves don't really talk about how traumatic it can be. I know not everybody has the same story, but when they talk about it, they don't ever say like, I have a friend who talked about it and she was like, yeah, labor hurt, but it just felt like I was just having really bad pains. And then you see other people who like, they feel like their body's being torn asunder, you know, just being torn apart. So I'm just like, wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like Rebecca. It's a name, like there's a lot of Rebeccas and or Beccas in my generation. Before my generation, they were Beckys. Like there's no Beckys in my generation. They're all like Beccas. But like, yeah, just interesting that Sarah to me is a little bit old fashioned. It's like naming your kid Stephanie. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not a name that people name their kids now. Now people name their kids like Liam and what are some baby girl names? I don't know, girl. Like are people still naming their kids Brittany? People are naming their kids very different names now. Anywho, so that was them, and that's the baby, and she's cute. She's cute and chubby. She's a great addition to our family, and she's so sweet and happy, and she makes us complete. I'm like, yeah, she's your baby. She is your baby. Like that's, and he's like, yeah, it's been ups and downs, you know, tired and you know, not much sleep, and we're just looking forward to having more babies. Meanwhile, this baby's like what, 4 months, 5 maybe, not even, that baby's not 5, that baby's 4 months, 3 months, 4 months, and he's already like, yeah, have another one. She's like, so maybe she does speak better English because she knows exactly what's going on. Anyways, so that's them. Let's move on to the Williamsons. This one, now I know I had a lot of like speculative things, and a lot of times I don't really trying to speculate about people's gender, but I have decided that Reese is a lesbian. That's what's going on. That is why I'm unable, like in my mind, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. If gender is a construct, then Reese is a lesbian. That's why he likes women, because he's a lesbian. So he's in the bar with Randy, and they call for Billie Jean to come over. And before then, Billie Jean is like, ooh, so what's your favorite sexual position? Ooh, where have you craziest place you had sex? And I'm like, Randy, is this your first date like type of conversation? Like this feels invasive and too much. And he's like, my favorite craziest place I've had sex is the foot of the bed. He's like, I don't know, a car? And then she's like, yeah, I guess the beach. And so then they laugh about how awkward the sand gets in places. And then she's like, what's your craziest sex position? And he's like, oh, well, I don't know. I can tell you what I don't like is reverse cowgirl. And I said, oh. He's like, yeah, because sometimes when things don't fit right, like you can get hurt. I was like, okay. Okay. You can get hurt? Okay. Oh, poor Reese PC. Poor Reese PCs. Poor Reese PCs. You can get hurt with reverse cowboy. I've literally never heard that. I mean, I guess, you know, some people don't like butt and they like boobs, and that's fine. So anyways, then Billie Jean gets there, and she's like, oh, do you want the T on Reese? And Reese is like, or the D, and she's like, calm down. And I'm like, oh, that's a different side of Billie Jean that we have not seen. She's the controlling side. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, let the man have fun. Can he not have fun? Oh yeah, Mackenzie, Michaela, yeah, Riley, Olivia, yeah. Those are the names now. Emma, those are the names now. Definitely not Stephanie, not Veronica. No one's naming their kids like, oh, you know what my favorite name is? I've already said this before. Beverly. And we call her Bev. I also love Monique. Beverly. Hey, Bev. I love the name Beverly. I think it's so like, got a meeting in the ladies' room. Uh-oh. Or Maxine. Oh, Maxine and Bev and Veronica, they go out. Maxine, Veronica, Beverly go out. And sometimes they invite Veronica. Do they not? Do they not? Maybe a Cheryl. Cheryl could show up too. Ooh, Yvonne. I love that name. Also, Yvette. Oh, Yvette is a bad bitch. I'm gonna tell you right now, Yvette's a bad bitch. She a bad bitch. Those are my names. I'm writing them down. Maxine, Veronica, Monique, Yvonne, Yvette, and sometimes Cheryl. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Yes. And Crystal, nobody's naming their kids Crystal anymore either. Crystal was a whole movement. I feel like I know 15 Crystals. I know so many Crystals. It's like I went to school and there was like 2 in each class. Which Crystal? It's crazy. Okay, anyways. Get back on track. Stop distracting me. So they have that conversation and she is like trying to. Why are you whining? She's trying to like suss out Randy, but wanting to control the situation. And I'm like, oh yeah, you can't go on a date with them because you're no fun. You're bringing down the fun factor because you're feeling some type of way. And so she originally had said, Billie Jean, that she just wants them. She wants him to go out and find the girl and bring. Like she just hopes that he does a good job and that he isn't too awkward or shy. And she gets invited on this date and she's immediately feeling some way. The next day they're feeding the chickens and she's dealing with the lawnmower. And then they say, oh, he doesn't really want to deal with the masculine stuff. And I'm like, I was like, okay. Reese is a lesbian. A femme lesbian. That's what Reese is. Reese is a femme lesbian. Anyways, and so she then says to him, you know what? I am feeling like she might steal you away and you might like her more than me. And he's like, he's absolutely confused. He's like, why would you think that? And she's just like, well, because you guys were like laughing. And I could only imagine what kind of fun conversation you're having without me being there. And he's like, all we've been through. What do you think? I'm just going to like turn my back on you and move on. And I'm like, Billie Jean, you have got a U-Haul lesbian husband. He ain't going nowhere. He didn't even want to do this. You are the one who wanted to do this. And now she's like, I need to go on every other date. I don't like the switch up, even though I know it's probably natural. I just don't like the switch up. Like, I'm not saying she should keep her feelings to herself, but if it were me and I were Reese, I'd be like, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do this anymore. Cut the cameras. I don't want to be here anymore. I wouldn't do it. Like, because I don't want to have to now manage your emotions when you're the one who wanted me to do it. Like, I'm not going anywhere. We have 2 wonderful twins together, and like, I'm not going to trade you in for someone else. Like, I feel like if there's anybody that's going to be super duper loyal to her, it is Reese. So anyways, calendar check for Wah on lives Tuesday. She's been consistent. Sometimes, yeah, same time and everything. Toe at 4 p.m. PST and Seeking Sister Wife at 5:30 p.m. Oh yeah, it is so early on the West Coast, but it's late on the East Coast. Yeah, so I'm just like, it's frustrating to like hear her say that. And then now she wants to go every other date. And I'm like, ooh, you're moving into Danny territory. I don't think you should do this. If you're uncomfortable, maybe this ain't right for you. Maybe this ain't right for you, girlfriend. Okay, so moving on to the Johnsons, which I think they're going to be great next episode. This episode was just kind of lame because he just had to come home and tell Angelica that it was over with Shanae, and that Shanae felt betrayed by her, and she's crying. She cried when she had her confessional. She's like, "Yeah, I'm really sad," and you can tell that she had been crying. And she's like, "I really thought that Shanae was going to be my forever sister," and I'm really sad that we didn't get to see them when they were actually doing well. Like, I wish that we got to see that. You know what I mean? Like, instead of seeing the end of it, I wish they had applied for the show earlier or they had been casted on the show earlier. What is wrong? What is wrong? He's just like running around screaming at me. Anyways, sorry for distraction. I'm so sorry. He just doesn't usually behave like this. Did something come in the house? Why don't you go kill it? Move. Okay. So, I said U-Haul because, like U-Haul lesbians moving immediately. Hold on, guys. Let me close the door. I thought he was going to stay occupied, but he did not. See. Okay. So anyways, he just comes home and Matt comes home and she's like, "How'd it go?" And he was like, "It was a time." And he sits down and he's like, "She broke up with us." And only thing Angelica could say was, "Okay." And I just said, I wrote down, Angelica's really sad. Now we see next episode that she's gonna sit at a table with all of her Black aunties and mother and sister and try to tell them what she's going through and why she's grieving. And they're just like all like, "What? You in a who? Oh Lord Jesus, take her." Like, I'm so excited for that conversation. That seems like it's going to be very, very entertaining. Okay. Moving on to the Davises. I always forget to write down the time of one couple, and this time it was the Johnsons. Who knows when I wrote that down? All right, so the Davises. Obviously, the OGs, my favorite group couple. Where's their picture? Oh, is this it? No. I don't have the Davises. I don't. You're right. Okay. Anyways, so I needed for their segment to be longer this episode. I needed for their segment to be longer because I felt like we were finally actually moving in the right direction. So she is with her homeboy Brandon at the pool hall. And she is just talking about how she's been having a bunch of meltdowns lately. And she knows that she is wearing the Davises thin. Now, I have a feeling that this scene was filmed after the scene that we get later on, because it doesn't make any sense for her to walk into the scene with the Davises and react the way that she does when she already had a conversation with Brandon about that kind of behavior. So when she's with her homeboy Brandon, she tells them that she can tell that her breakdowns and her, low self-esteem is starting to wear them thin because they're constantly having to reassure her that she is right for their family. And she just wanted to get out of the house to kind of hang out with someone else while she's like kind of thinking through the way she's feeling about things. And so, which I was like, yeah, because it's a lot. And I'm at the stage in my life where I can't be with somebody who I constantly have to like make them feel good. Either they feel good and it comes from within, or you go get you a boyfriend and have that person be the one who's telling you over and over again that everything is fine. Like I can't babysit anybody. I can't be a caretaker anymore. I can't do it. It's too much energy and it's too much like, ugh. And if I do that to somebody, please tell me. Please let me know that I'm draining your spirit by being around me and me being negative all the time and like, wanting all kinds of like wanting all kinds of reassurance. Like that's not me. My favorite short pimp. Yeah, I think Nikki was absolutely correct. And I will show you the video of why I think Nikki's correct in a minute. Okay. So her friend is like, is this what you really want? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, I know that they love me, but I just have so much trauma that I can't like accept it. I think of them as being wife material and me not being wife material. And I'm like, what does wife material even mean? Like, I think it's or husband material. I think that's just such a weird thing because it still puts being a wife or a husband at the top of like the hierarchy, like social hierarchy. And I think we just moved away from that as a society. Like, it's like, oh, I'm Miss Contrell. Oh, but if I were Mrs. Contrell, then I would have status. But it's like we can vote and have jobs now. So like, what do we need to be a Mrs. for in order to have value? So that's what I was thinking. I was like, first of all, let's undo all of that. Let's just undo all of that. And so she's like, I'm making their lives miserable. And I'm like, oh. Now we have the next scene where not Jennifer, the other one, April has made some mocktails because they're going to have their, midnight, they're going to have their evening drink. I'm like, what's their night like? Is it like they come home, it's chaos, like someone has to come home and cook food because Nick has just been reading science books all day and taking care of Vera, so he couldn't cook. And then they wash the dishes, and then the kids go to their four corners, they put Vera to sleep. And what, about 9, they have a little beverage and decide who's going to sleep with Nick that night. And they like come together and maybe go in the hot tub. Like, what I want to know what the schedule is like during the week. And they sit down and they have it, and you can already tell that Miss Old Teresa's in a funk, and they're sitting down to film, obviously. And so Nick is just like, Teresa, I need you to know that, we're spending a lot of energy to try to help you feel better. And he's like, it's causing dysfunction in the harmony of the house. And Teresa's like, okay, I hear you. I gotta go. And April's like, but you say that all the time. You always like walk away from the conversation when we're trying to have it, and then we never have the conversation. And she's like, I hear you. I hear you. I feel you. I see you. I just need to go take a ride right now. Like, I'm not in a position to have this conversation right now. And Nick is like, okay, but I need you to know, and I want to make it clear that you, and she's like, I understand you want to make it clear. I get it. I gotta go. And she gets up and grabs her keys and tells production to take the mic off of her. And this makes Jenny cry. Jenny starts to cry, and she, because April's like, well, we can't, we lead the horse to water. We can't keep doing this to her. And Nick is like, she can go on then. She can go on then, because I can't have discord in this house. Okay. Well, I have my dream Snow Bunny situation. I am happy. You two are happy. And I can't have her shaking shit up. Okay. We already went through it with Danielle. I'm not here for that. No. She can go ahead and get on out of here. If she want to get up and leave, she can leave. We're not like, he really is like, I'm over it. And I'm here for it. I get it. And April's kind of like trying to be like nice with it. And Jenny's like, can we just give her one more chance? And I'm just like, girl, no, the audacity, the bravery to get up and walk away when someone is trying to have a serious conversation with you, and you've like taken it upon yourself to be like, I don't want to be here anymore. I hear you. We can talk about this later, but I don't want to have this conversation. No, you can do that one time. And after that, you can't do that anymore. I don't want to have this conversation anymore. You're having this conversation, sis. But anywho, that's why I think that the scene she filmed with her homeboy was after this, that actually happened chronologically after this in real time, because she's like, I think I'm getting on the Davis's nerves. And it makes sense. Now, here is the video that was sent to me by, let me give credit where credit is due. One of you lovelies. Is it Daphne? No. One of you lovelies, Dakisha. Yeah, it was Dakisha Ray. So thank you, Dakisha. Thank you so much for sending this to me or bringing this to my attention, because y'all know how to be paying attention to these people's social media. I'm trying to promote my drag. I'm trying to promote this channel. I don't have time to be following after these fools, but here you go.
TLC silenced me, hiding my past and trauma as a sex worker.
Fuck it, give us the exclusive. We got the
women-
exclusive
the
here,
women
baby.
are
On Rush Hour, goddammit.
On TLC, we're supposed to say that the girls don't engage sexually with one another, that it's just us with Nick, but that's actually completely false. We
know there's some
do
shit
engage.
going down.
Why did they do that? Like,
The
create a
just
clean
same
image
reason they
somehow, or-
wouldn't let me tell my story about being like a hoe. Like
Yeah.
they were like, oh no. I was like, can I say sex worker? Because there's
How
parts.
dare them try to...
Yeah, they wouldn't let me tell. They wouldn't let me say
They're like,
why.
we're just gonna have this kind of.
Well, they wanted a little bit more wholesome. You know what I mean? So
If you want to know the real Terry, this is her right here, goddammit.
TLC wants to know my qualm with them. Like, you should have let me talk about being a hooker. And I
Yeah.
didn't say hooker, I said sex worker. You should have let me tell my story. You should have let me tell the world why I have so much trauma instead of just making me look like this fucking crazy lady. You know what I'm saying? This trauma comes from somewhere, and I like the world to, I have a platform to tell the world that this is the issue. And you silenced me.
I feel like she silenced herself, honestly. Then she needed to sit down and have that conversation with the Davises. I'm like, girl, you wouldn't sit down and have a conversation with them about the way you're feeling, but you wanted to then in a confessional tell everybody that you have been somebody's bottom bitch, and that during the course of that, it messed up your mentals, which fair. And now you don't feel like you belong anywhere because of your 3 or 4 days. Okay. Yes, them ladies. And listen, I'm not even mad about it. Live your life. Everybody live their lives. And I feel like if TLC wanted to kind of make, so at the end of the day, while this is salacious, like TLC is still the learning channel and it's still a family channel, right? And so you can't have someone on there being like, yeah, we be each other, and then also this she used to be a 304, and I'm like, once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, and I'm admitting it. I won't take it back because I did the shit. I was a hoe. I'm admitting it. I won't take it back because I did. Want more money? I want your money. More money? I want your money. Wow, I didn't know you still stream. I swear YT should have had me. Hello. Yeah, girl. I've been here for like 2 months. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Central. Every Tuesday. Except for the week of my birthday. I couldn't do it. More money. I want your money. More money. I want your money. Anyways, like, would it have add more context to the situation to know that she was dealing with trauma from her past life? Obviously, they know about it. But I don't think it would have done anything for me. Like, I don't necessarily know, like, that means you need to go get therapy. It's even more than that. Go get therapy. Now, that's easy to say, and it's not necessarily easy to do depending on what your situation is like con dinero, but it is what it is. Speaking of that, I'm like, I gotta send this. Speaking of therapy, I gotta send my person, because they try to charge me a regular rate. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not paying that. You better send that through the Aetna. Run it through Aetna first. Run that through Aetna, girl. Anyways, hi, I'm back. Thank you, Planning with Danny. Thank you. Nancy, get your own money. What? There has been 9 seasons of the show. No. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's season 6. I need to change that. It's season 6. It's not season 9. Thank you so much for calling that out. Crazy. I need to know if you agree with me thinking that Shanae and Danny, yes, those wipers. Oh, tripping. No, Shanae, I don't know. I need more information. They didn't provide us the full story of why she's truly upset. Because she went out and did her thug thizzle. Why is she upset that they went and met that weird witch? But Danny, you're out of pocket now. Ooh, you really out of pocket right now. She's out of pocket. She is a crazy lady. And let me tell you, the previews of Yessel coming off that plane, I said, I love Yessel in the summertime. He didn't have no coat on. I was like, how tall are you, sir? He cute. He's cute. So that's gonna be a good episode when he finally tells her how pissed he is at the fact that like her dumb parameters are not gonna allow them to get a wife. But that's the double standard of it all. They glamorize the men dipping their wick into multiple jars and waxing, women mixing waxes get frowned upon. No, I'm not frowned about it at all. I think it's live their life. Everybody live. You all grown ass adults. Do what you need to do to make you happy. That Yessel came off that plane like, fix it. Yeah. That's what I said. That's what I thought too. That's why I'll be with like no man, just the woman. Yeah. I mean, whatever their situation is, Vera's happy and healthy. The kids are happy and healthy. Like, I don't listen. If that little pimp king want to live that life in his snow bunny fantasy in the Alps of in the mountains of Aurora, Colorado, all blessings to him. I hope they are happy. Okay, he has his ideal situation. But I feel like Teresa can't be a part of them because she got problems. And wherever it is that she's coming through and with, like, she got problems. She's like, I have a platform and I want to talk about it. And I was like, not on the Learning Channel, girl. You better call Matt Sharp and them and get on WeTV with Love After Lockup. That's where you need to be. If you want to talk about your 304 days and the stress it caused you and how you cannot be loved or feel loved in a polygamous relationship, go on ahead and call Matt Sharp and them with WeTV and tell them that you waiting for somebody to get out of prison. And then we'll get it. Like, we'll get the story. Like, yeah, call and get on WeTV, girl. This ain't, you better get a deal with Tubi or Zeus. Where's Jocelyn's Cabaret? Where did that play on? You better get on that platform, not the Learning Channel, girl. They're already stretching it with the Seeking Sister Wives. I almost died laughing when she got up and walked away from the conversation. Exactly. I was like, girl, where are you going? I was like, the luxury to be able to just get up and walk away from a conversation and then come back to the house. I said, if you don't get your bag, get your handbag and get a little, you better go rent an apartment or rent a hotel room for the night. Because if that were me, I'd be like, no, don't come back. Thanks. Don't come back. Because we need to have the conversation now. You're a grown ass woman. We've been trying to talk to you about it. We've been trying to talk to you about it. Not the Learning Channel, child. Not the Learning Channel. I can't believe she was like, oh, yeah, they want us to believe that they're not doing anything. And it's like, I don't need to believe. I don't need to know you just present to me what it is that you want to present to me. If it sounds fishy, then I will side-eye it, obviously. But Dakisha, thank you so much, girl, because that was a tee-hee-hee. But yeah, I can't wait to see. This is what it should be. It should be the Davises. It should be the Merrifields because, they spark joy. And it should be the Peraltas because Danny is crazy. And then I could do without the Williamsons and I can do without the Johnsons. Really, if they just gave me those three couples the whole time, I think that I'd be pretty satisfied. The Davises really, they're great. Like even if they're not bringing in the third, I just think the dynamic with Nick being like the sun, the earth orbits around the sun and the galaxy, and the biparticles that come off the heat is called photosynthesis, which makes, and like talking to Vera about it. And Vera's like, thermonuclear dynamics. My daddy read that in a book. I love that. You want the two wives that seem to actually want this lifestyle out. No. I want Teresa out. I wanted to keep Jenny and April. I also want to hear more from Jenny. This has been Teresa's show. Like, this has been Teresa's show. I feel like we haven't heard nothing from Jenny and hardly anything from April. So the Showdens would shut this down with their foolishness. Oh yeah, the Snowdens were wild. What I was gonna say too. I meant Billy Angelica's other name. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, because Angelica and Matt and Shanae, their storyline is not clear to me. So I'm just frustrated because I don't understand what's going on. And like I said, I don't know if you were in the room when I said this. I really wish that they had been casted on the show when they were together, and maybe like when we saw them happy, so that we could better understand what the problem is. Because it's not clear to me what Matt didn't do to solidify their relationship. Like, what is it that she asked of him after 3 years? What is it that she asked of him? Did they ever all go out as a family? Like, did her daughter Michelle meet their children? You know, like, what was their true dynamic? Because when we caught it, the first episode, she was like, you need to try more. And then after that, it was all downhill. And then, like, you know, I wanted to see her relationship with Angelica more. I want to I just wanted more of their beginnings than where we're at now. And so that's why I'm like, and Matt doesn't seem like somebody who I would enjoy watch date. He seems like somebody who is not interested in really putting himself out there that much. And so he's very like boring. Who I would love to see are the Epses. I love Marcus and Taryn. And I'm sad that India is no longer with them, but like, I know that they felt some kind of way with the way that they had their edit, so they would never come back. But I like them. I think I just love a little short black king. I love a little short black king. So anyways, hey A Ford, welcome in. I'm almost done, but thank you for coming. I feel like Angelica likes Shanae more than Matt does. Matt liked to have sex with Shanae, but that seems about it. All right. I think that's it, y'all. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up early in the morning. But I'll see you guys next week, and next week Tuesday, same bat channel, same bat place. So if you guys like Sosa Savage and A Ford, and those of you who are like, girl, I ain't seen you in a minute, I'm here on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and at 7:30 p.m. talking these two shows. All right. Thank you so much, Giselle, and thank you so much, Jasmine, for being my moderators. And thank you, everybody who came into the room to support me. I hope you guys had a good time, got some hee-hee-ha-has. Otherwise, have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Everybody now, jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body on time.